Alright, so hey guys, and today I've got a video requested by Jammy Gaming. I'll just check that out while I'm talking. Basically he told me to do a review kind of, or my thoughts on Call of Duty, or CoD Advanced Warfare. So, yeah, I suppose I'll just get into it. So, obviously, it's extremely different to previous CoDs that we've seen, such as Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. Well, I suppose when you think about it, there is nothing that is the same about it. You've got, apart from obviously the fact that you're killing people, but in my opinion, there's obviously parts that are good, and then other parts that are bad, but there always is going to be things like that in games, such as with the exo jumping. You'll see me doing it quite a lot. By the way, this is a game I was playing earlier, and I thought I did quite well, so I'd show you the gameplay. But yeah, well, while I talk about it, so there's quite a few different things you can do with your exo. For those of you who haven't played CoD, your exo is the thing that you can boost around with, or jump really high, or slam to the ground with. You can exo jump, exo boost, exo dodge, which is where you just slide across on the ground to the left or to the right or backwards. An exo slide, which is where you kind of go on one knee and slide across. Which, yeah, it's good. It adds a completely new perspective to the game. So you can, so everyone is you'll see everyone doing it when you play. But there's good points and bad points to it, but I'll get onto that when we get to the negatives. Yeah, then you got the score streaks that are all pretty well balanced. There is an exception of one that isn't too well balanced, which I will get onto in a bit. But for example, the Warbird, amazing kill streak, score streak, sorry. I find it's quite difficult to master without using I forgot it's Aggressor, and I believe the other one's called Defender. But if you use those two, then I just extra slammed there for those of you who didn't see it. But it's good with that because obviously it's AI controlled, so the computer will control it. But without that, you can't be killing anyone while it's in the air, and it's kind of difficult. But I just check to see if I have blind eye for those of you who wondered why I went on my classes. But it's one of those. The new thing with this CoD is the fact how you can put different things onto your kill streaks. So if you look above Warbird, then if you want to track back a bit, but if you look at Warbird, it'll show a little symbol, which will be above the word Warbird, which will show my that I have Aggressor. So my Warbird will fly around and seek out people to kill them. But if you have Defender, it'll stay by you and stop things from killing you, hopefully. Which I tend to use quite a lot. I use Aggressor more than Defender because I'm more of a gung-ho kind of kill them all the time person. But yeah, with my UAVs, I didn't used to do this. This has become quite a new thing for me, but I've started to only use support on my UAVs, so that no matter how good or bad I'm playing, I will always have a UAV. Because for those of you who don't know, support is basically you'll be playing, and every time you get a score, it will add onto your UAV to get you your UAV. And then even once you die, you'll keep the score towards it. So that's really helpful, obviously. But I also use extra assist points as well on it, so just to help me get my Warbird faster or get me more XP in the game. So yeah, they're my score streaks that I use the most. There are obviously the other ones like Missile Strike, which is basically a Predator missile. But there's so many different things you can do with all your score streaks. They're all so well balanced, and they have thought about it really well. But then if we go into guns, we've got obviously the normal kind of guns, heavy weapons, which are LMGs. The completely pointless specials that no one ever uses because they're appalling, unless you'll go in for the camo mastery or royalty. But they're terrible. I don't condone the use of grenade launchers, trust me. But then you've got the submachine guns, which basically everybody uses. And you have also got the assault rifles, again, lots of people use. Then you've got your sniper rifles. I do enjoy a good use of a sniper from time to time. And you've also got shotguns, which are, well, that kind of make up the primary weapons. Don't think I've missed any there. If I have, tell me in the comments. But then there is obviously quite a lot of guns, so that kind of makes it good for the average person who wants to just use a different gun every game. Or for me, I don't particularly like to be I don't like to follow the crowd, so I won't use the same guns as everyone. For example, I'm using the KF5 at the moment, which doesn't really get used as much as it should, considering it is a really good gun. So that I've only started using it recently. I do really enjoy using it, to be fair. But there's quite a lot of guns like that. For example, the SAC-3, or the SAC-3. They're good. It's the Kimbo submachine guns. But apart from that, they're all quite well balanced, I suppose. Now, the one thing I do completely dislike about this game is the maps. They're all so everything is so close. So everything's just, you can't. I was trying to get the long shots, okay, for my snipers the other day, and I literally, that's an exo dodge, by the way. But I was trying to get long shots and I just couldn't. It's so difficult, especially with the Lynx, which is a 2-shot sniper. I literally just found it so difficult because everything is so close now on this card that you just can't. It's difficult. Then with the submachine guns and assault rifles, if you're using an SMG or an assault rifle, you're going to do well. There is no doubt about it. But then it's kind of, I suppose heavy weapons are good as well. But apart from that, there's not much you can do. Shotguns are really good, but I feel like snipers are kind of at a disadvantage. But apart from that, that's the only thing I don't like about the game completely. I mean, with things that I don't like, I can kind of combat them with, like, the guns. I find, because they're not all amazingly well balanced, that you can actually, because I'm using this gun now, it doesn't look that good, but it feels really easy to use, and I just enjoy using it. So that's kind of how I'll combat it. Sorry, I am feeling quite ill at the moment as well. So, but apart from that, that's kind of it for the maps. If we go on to perks, then all the perks, in my opinion, are quite good. But with perk 3, I find that I'm kind of sticking to either using blast suppressor or toughness. There's not that really much of a good choice. I mean, scavenger's okay, but I'm not really going to use hardwired. I mean, I can put up with use it with a system hack occasionally, but that's about it. So that's it for the good points, I suppose. And then the bad points, with exo jumping or any form of exo use, you do get that one person on your team who just continuously jumps around like it's the first time they've ever seen it. It is fun, I will say, but it's kind of annoying when you're trying to like play really good and then you've got Billy no mates just jumping around like a faggot. But then the score streaks, they are well balanced, I will say, but And although they're good at what they do, such as the Warbird being really good at killing, the UAV obviously shows you where the enemy are, but the Goliath is fucking dreadful. And I just hate it. The guns, kind of going through these quite fast, I know, because I haven't really got much time left in my video. But, then the guns, I find them, sometimes, actually, right, I'm going to end this commentary here, and I'll pick it up in a sec. I'm just going to add more clips. 1 second. Alright guys, I am back with a bit of time added on to my original video. Okay, so I believe I was talking about the guns at the end then. There are guns that are ridiculously OP, such as the ASM-1 or the BAL-27, which they are guns that most people will be using. And there's not much you can really do about that. In the game, there's going to be OP guns. But if you want to be that guy who just uses a gun that isn't very OP and uses a gun, wants to be an underdog kind of, then you're in for a tough time. I mean, you've got to start shooting them first, and you have to hit almost every bullet just to get that killing, especially in the one-on-one. Although it does make it kind of more fun. Right. The one major things, sorry, I know it lagged a bit then, the major things I find about this game is the maps. Oh my god, the maps. Like, if we look at some of the Modern Warfare 2 maps, like, if we just look at some of these maps, pardon me, for example, we have Afghan, Derail, Favela, High Rise, Invasion, Karachi, or Karachi, not quite sure. Pardon me, Quarry, Rundown, Rust, Scrapyard, Skid Row, Subbase, Underpass, Terminal, and Wasteland. So, let's just talk about some of these. So, for example, on the majority of these maps, if not all, you have a place where you can run and gun, shotgun, assault rifles, submachine guns, use whatever you want. There's also that one place on all these maps where you can snipe. You can sit there, be a sniper with a suppressor if you wanted to, or do anything. The majority of stuff you can do is unreal. They've got so much variety that they're 10 times better than any of the Advanced Warfare maps. So, for me, I find them a lot better than these maps. So yeah, that's what I find, because at the moment I feel if I do want to lay down a snipe, I'll just get stumbled upon by, I'm like fucking ass by some prick running around with his TAC-19, and it's just so annoying. And now, if we finally get onto the perks, again for the bad points, perk 3 and perk 2 don't really have that good of a choice. I find I'm always using peripherals or blind eye for perk 2, and like I said, for perk 3, blast suppressor or toughness. But then, and I know I'm using Modern Warfare 2 as an example again here, but if we look at the perks from that, like Marathon, Sleight of Hand, Scavenger, Bling, One-Man Army is fucking annoying. Bling, 2 primary attachments, Scavenger, pick up ammo, Sleight of Hand, the usual reload faster. And then here we've got, again, perk 2. They've clearly thought about these. I'll let you read them because I probably won't be able to talk about them in time. But, Commando. It's a good perk, but it's fucking annoying. For those of you who played Modern Warfare 2, you could, for those of you who didn't, you could, lunge all the way. It increased your melee distance, okay? But you could, lunge across an entire map just to kill someone. I feel like I just prefer these perks, the perks on Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, I'd love to see them remake Modern Warfare 2 as the next CoD, to be honest. But yeah, guys, I'm probably going to end it there. If you want to see any other videos, let me know in the comments. And yeah, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.